Welcome back to another episode of Constantly Calibrating. I'm your host, Brad, and with me we have a full house today, guys. A full 5. This is the first time we've ever done this without a guest, so bear with us if we have any issues. So I'm just going to go down the line from my side, left to right. Justin, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Tired as always, but, hanging in there.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Thad, what are you squinting at?
Never had Green Apple Angry Orchard before. I also don't know how I got on my desk, but I'm drinking it. So.
Is it cold?
Fucking serious. Yeah, I think it was Hayden.
you make it sound terrible.
Thanks, honey.
Josh, your camera's moving.
Yeah, I didn't like how unzoomed it was. It was showing how messy this area is due to the VR crap.
Fair enough.
But anyways, yes, hello, I'm here.
You're here on your new computer. First.
Oh, and for anyone,
podcast
first anything with the new computer. I only just installed Skype and half the damn shit today.
Wonderful.
And then on top of that lovely thing, I can't get this lovely little microphone working for anyone watching the visual podcast, so I am using the HyperX Cloud Stinger one, which I reviewed the microphone very poorly. So my apologies. That's all I got.
All right, and last but definitely not least, Ryan, what's up?
Hi guys, we're like the world's shittiest basketball team. It's gonna be fun with 5 of us.
Just
I don't know,
Don't let
Are
me
there
play.
5 people on basketball teams? That's how shitty we are.
Don't let me play center.
We have 5 white guys, 1's Jewish. It's gonna be great.
Justin got to the Jew joke before I could. But Thad's hair gives him extra lift.
Oh Lord, we're off to a great start of the
No.
races already.
It's like
You know that old saying, "White boy can't jump." It's about me.
It's not like a spoiler in the back of a race car or something.
I'm liking though, Josh and chat here. I like that you guys call each other by name. Now I know who to accuse of being Thad.
There you go.
Fair enough.
Right,
It's the accused Thad.
Wait, what did I do?
That's
You're a
just
name.
him.
It's not your fault.
He's just who he is. We know him. East Coast does. Anyway,
I'll hang out. I'll fuck this whole thing up.
You Kingdom Hearts character, you.
I'm getting codes for a VR horror game next week.
nice. That
Oh
you
my
won't
God.
play.
Oh my god.
It's something called the Grave VR. It's from a local developer who made this really cool game, Reflection.
So
They used eye tracking that I forgot to review.
Well, at least they were nice enough to give you a second chance.
So
Yeah, no, they're nice.
I'm going to just jump right into this. We've got a huge list of topics that we can blather about tonight. So the first on the list is one that's affected me personally. The second recall of the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 because they were catching on fire and exploding. I didn't have one myself, but my wife did. And
So good it'll melt your face.
she was on her second one, and I woke up like 3 or 4 days ago, and I was like, honey, they recalled it again, and they stopped production this time even. And so, I don't...
stop it from exploding. We just give up.
It's so weird. Like, a lot of people think they rushed it to market, but I don't know. I didn't see a reason for them to have rushed it to market, because there's nothing else that really competes with a phablet with a pen. Like, Apple doesn't do that as far as I know. So...
Well, Apple also doesn't explode, which is nice.
Well, yeah, that is a point.
I personally prefer Samsung, but I do have an iPhone.
Yeah, as a longtime user of Samsung products, not just phones, but TVs and audio and everything else, it just doesn't diminish my faith in the company. Sometimes shit happens, and we just happen to be early adopters and get screwed by it this time.
Sometimes you put a bomb in your pocket. It's fine.
So,
Everybody's allowed to fuck up once or twice. It happens.
Sometimes you end up looking like Giancarlo Esposito from Breaking Bad.
Damn.
I was going to go with the Two-Face joke, but I was going to say, one, thank you for the host and hopping in here, Zombie Scribe. It is good to see you again.
Yes, it is.
Second, it's been too long. Secondly, the first time I heard about this whole Samsung thing, I hadn't actually heard the news. I happened to be flying to New York, and they just, on the airport thing, on repeat, there were announcements. If you have a Samsung Galaxy Note phone, you will be required to keep it off and check it. Or no, and I forget if it was check it or it was required to be in your carry-on, but it was required to be off and not near your person at any time. And they announced it twice before the flight. Each flight took off going each way. And I was just like, what the hell is this about? And then I, read into it, and the first 5 news articles that came up were, about Apple is making lies up about the Samsung thing to get people to stop using their Samsung phones. Like that was the first 5 top hits of this, and 2 of them were real legitimate places, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna ignore this.
The worst one I saw was the article about, I think he was a defensive player on a football team losing his other hand because he already lost one hand, and he lost the second one by holding his phone.
I shouldn't laugh. That's terrible.
No, it's horrible. That is horrifying.
It was really hard. It's fake news, but
yeah.
That reminds me of a joke by Mike Drucker. He's like, I was once criticized for being reckless by a guy with 9 fingers. I'm like,
but hey, but he has 9 fingers. He understands. He knows what your future is.
Oh God, no. I had a similar thing.
That was my woodshop teacher, except he had, I don't know, 8 fingers altogether.
Oh God! He
weird.
knows what he's doing. He's got some experience from all that.
Yeah, there was also a day he lost his shit and just started throwing table saws and shit across the room.
I don't know. I've always assumed with woodshop teachers that there's some unspoken requirement that you must be missing a hand or a finger or some part of your body that's not important. That if somebody applies for the job, that they just immediately take a drill to their eye or something like that once they get it.
No joke. The
Dead Space.
Oh God, what do you call the schools? The tech schools, but they're for high school.
Early college.
I can't remember what it is. It's like we called it vocational school. Vocational school that was attached to my school growing up. The robotics teacher legit only had one eye and had a glass eye, and he would just pop it out on tours when he took you in. It's like, how did that even happen?
Carefully.
Yeah.
Another thing I shouldn't be laughing at, but goddamn, that's fine.
He was famous because of it. Everybody knew who the robotics teacher was because he would go, "Hey, how you doing?"
Prepping for my robot eye.
I mean, I think the best part about people with certain disability, if you're missing a hand or something, if they're a good sport about it, that's great. My buddy Joe used to steal his cousin's prosthetic leg off of him. So
I'm
Respect.
sorry, I shouldn't. But
no, I know I shouldn't laugh at it either. But Joe's like, no, he was a good sport. He'd hop after me.
No, Guardians of the Galaxy made it funny.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy officially made prosthetic stuff a joke.
I'm going to tell one more, and I'm not going to name anyone because he'll know who he is. A friend of mine, who some of you know, his sister has a prosthetic arm, and she used to take it off and throw it at him when she got mad at him. And
that's amazing.
I accidentally got hit by that once, and it hurt.
No, I can imagine.
Prosthetics are heavy.
Yeah,
especially if it's one of the older models. By older,
it was
I mean 5 years older.
No, this was in the 90s.
Okay, then yeah, definitely. Yeah. Got Megan here saying, my uncle has one eye. He lost the glass once in the pool at the family reunion, and half the people thought he was lying.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to laugh, but that's ridiculous.
That's a wonderful story. Thank you for sharing.
We all have a long history of laughing at things we shouldn't.
Well, I think that was almost the basis of this show once upon a time.
So
that's the basis of this show right now.
We've been tangenting here for longer than I expected. So
my thing about so just one question about the note. Did anyone actually have it?
Yeah, Laura had one.
So
and,
Laura,
we're completely refunded for everything. The phone. She got a regular 7 now. She got a nice purple case. They're gonna credit us back an extra $100 supposedly as well. So,
not too shabby for risking losing a second of your body.
Don't sue.
pretty much. Don't sue.
I think that the regular 7 is a better phone anyway, personally. But I mean, it doesn't explode, so it's kind of hard not to think that.
Yeah, I'm on my second S7. So which is we all know it's my fault that I'm on my second.
When I worked at the cell phone company, I had 2 people call in with Note 7s, and they were like, "Yeah, we got your SIMs. We want to sign up." We didn't sell them. We didn't sell those phones. And those phones, they had just come out the previous week, and they said they bought them for $450 a piece, brand new. And I'm like, this
off
is
of
not
what loading dock?
Anyway, I'm like, this isn't gonna work. It's not gonna work. And I worked with them for a half hour. Those phones worked. I checked on their account periodically. They never called us again. Their phones were working perfectly, and they gave me the website that they bought them off of, which I'm not going to name online. I don't
We are accepting sponsorships.
Yep. So
it was really interesting.
I'm going to scoot us along here because we have like 9 more topics to hit. But
right.
Next on the docket, it was a personal question, really. Where's the NX at?
Who gives a shit?
We should have heard something by now, though.
No, we really should have. Like, whether you give a shit or not, I mean, it's ridiculous that it's taking so long for. And I mean, everything is hearsay and conjecture.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be a hybrid console, but like, why have we not heard anything yet? If they're going to release this early next year, they need to show it off now.
How many shows are left?
I was going to say that as far as
go ahead.
My favorite rumor about the NX right now is related to a later topic, the Red Dead Redemption thing sequel, and that's everyone's like, you realize that this is just going to be that they're announcing Red Dead Redemption's getting ported over to the Wii U, right? Like that's my favorite closest to NX related news.
It's legit.
Oh god. Actually, now that you guys mentioned it, they really haven't showcased anything, have they?
No.
We know the code name is the NX. That is, I think, and that it's going to have some handheld console hybridness, and that's about the extent of the confirmed stuff.
Okay. I wasn't paying much attention to it because the only reason I get it is for the new Zelda, but I'm getting that for the Wii U because I already have that, and I'm not buying another console for one game again. So I just haven't been paying attention.
I think the power behind it is reason enough to do it for Zelda because that game is gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm leaning that way for that reason as well, and I'm probably, but I need more information, obviously, going to do it. Megan here is saying, it wouldn't surprise me to find out the lack of NX news is on purpose, like, let the internet do the marketing for them, and that's actually my opinion completely, is I feel like this is not like, most people are just like, what, are they panicking, they don't know what to do? No, I think Nintendo is, for once, actually being very methodical with what they say. I mean, they've always kind of been that way, but they're being very methodical. And I think they might, my personal belief is they're going to try to pull a Sega Saturn, except unlike the Sega Saturn where they just announced the console's releasing but forgot to tell retailers. There will actually be a plan in place, you know, and just the people at the announcement are going to be told, and by the way, in the lobby, you can go get your NX, you know, of whatever actually, they showcase it.
They don't even have to do announcements. You know, I said like, hey, what's the next show? Because, I mean, they have the
directs.
Yes, and it's probably that's going to be announced too. They're just going to drop it one day.
No, and that's my belief is what it's going to be. I think we're going to get a Nintendo Direct sometime in March is going to be my opinion, and that's going to be the day the console release.
They're not going to show it off at a PAX or anything like that. It's either going to be TGS, E3, or a Direct.
Jeff Keighley has nailed the exclusive for his Video Game Awards show.
You know what?
Could we not?
That actually wouldn't surprise me. Nintendo's not really big on that show, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did something there. I always forget that show exists until like the internet starts reacting.
You can always depend on a new Arkham game every show.
That's always in November, right?
Early December, late November.
All right, so that's one thing we have.
And we can look forward to Kojima coming back on stage to talk about the same shit he's been talking about since he came back.
I look forward to him showing off Norman Reedus' penis. Like that.
That is the next step, I guess.
Oh man!
Like I don't care when the NX comes out. I just want it to be good. You know, like don't want anything that's super gimmicky. You know, the Wii with the motion stuff and the Wii U with the tablet and everything. Like I want a tank. You know, I want a Super Nintendo where it's just thousands of choices for what you can do, and just make a damn game system. I don't care about all the extra stuff, you know?
I'm with you there.
I like the Wii U tablet for one reason alone. I can be playing a game, and then I can leave the room and take a shit and keep playing my game.
Which is supposed to be... go back. And it's supposed to be all of that. And I mean, what it sounded like to me, at least what I hope, is you can carry multiple generations of Nintendo with you, or you can plug it on the dock and play it on your TV.
See, that actually does sound pretty cool, I think. Because I'm a pretty big fan of handhelds. I love my 3DS, and if I had a Vita, I'd probably use it a lot more than I use my PlayStation 4. But
Vita's awesome. It's great. Right. Everybody should get a Vita. But I mean, they could even make the dock actually a system itself, and it actually boosts the power of stuff, so they could be like the carry mode and when it's docked mode.
True.
So for this, looking for oh my god, I don't want a handheld graphics. I can see them doing that, but just the fact I can know if the rumors are true, going to get a full-fledged Zelda adventure that I can carry with me. That's awesome.
That does sound pretty awesome. And I mean, I don't think they'll have to go easy on the graphics for it. I mean, the Vita looks fantastic for a handheld, I think.
And that screen size, yes.
Yeah.
When's the next Vita game coming out?
Dragon Quest Builders just came out, so shut the fuck up.
Dragon Quest Builders did just come out. I've actually got a few of them in here, but you guys can.
You always count on a new criminal, girls.
Oh God, I don't even know what that's about, but it looks wrong.
I've actually got 3 here.
We're actually
know about
for
it.
some
You
reason.
just need to rub your game and enjoy.
So sometimes I subscribe us to press lists because there's like one game, and this happens every time I subscribe us to a press list for a Japanese game company, where I subscribe us to the press list, forget what game I was subscribing us to this list for, and then proceed to get a bunch of ridiculous games that make me uncomfortable, and Criminal Girls is one of them that I continuously get press releases every day for, and I don't know what it is.
I totally would do a video on that. Bring it up.
I'll look into
Extra life content.
Oh God,
there's some extra life content.
So,
It's okay. It's just some girls that you make happy by rubbing them in certain places as you travel through a little dungeon.
Honestly,
Just like real
There's nothing wrong with that.
My favorite one so far is Oculus Trip or Oculus Strip, where you kill vampires by making them naked.
and with that,
Move us on, Brad.
so hey Josh, why haven't you
Brad.
watched Stranger Things yet?
Because oh wait, I did.
No, you haven't.
Yes. So
You
yeah,
did?
yeah.
No,
Why
I
haven't
No,
refuse.
you need to watch it.
Things yet? Have we not been over this? Like, we've been doing this for like weeks now,
A month,
and
easily.
like, I just want you to know I'm disappointed. Like,
I'm disappointed in myself too.
I'm not as disappointed as I am in you and your life in general, but I can't take it anymore. And if you don't watch it soon, then I'm gonna have to shoot you in the dick.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What are you going to do with Megan here in chat? She hasn't seen it yet either.
Oh, does she have a dick to shoot? 'Cause, I mean, that's what we're doing right now.
We're exclusively doing dick shooting. Okay.
Josh, you should just do what my buddy does. Avoid every conversation of it ever, and when people ask you, just be like, no, I haven't watched it. Finish the whole series without telling anybody, and then the next time somebody gives you shit, just be like, what are you talking about? I finished it.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that right.
Are you? Have you not? I don't think you've watched it yet.
That's the only thing I'm not hearing right now.
I don't know if I want to let this bit keep going on.
I mean, he still hasn't watched it because we haven't heard anything. So
I mean, I don't care if he's watched it. He hasn't watched it.
Oh my God! I watched 4 episodes on Saturday, and I watched 4 episodes on Sunday. I didn't go.
Is it so
go to sleep till
goddamn
2 a.m.
good?
it's
Like,
good.
It's
so
a very
great.
good show. Without spoiling anything for anyone who hasn't seen it, the scary parts of the show, like I actually felt intensely scared, which nothing triggers me that in that way very often. But what I will frickin' say is in the last episode you have flashbacks to something related to a character's child. And that is what gave me the biggest fear for nightmares of anything in the whole series. And that's all I'm saying. I had worse nightmares because of that sequence than anything else.
See, I'm just looking forward to rewatching it with my wife because we're doing. Well, she's marathoning almost daily Flash and Arrow to catch up, and then I don't know what she's doing next. But
That's rough for Arrow.
I'm enjoying it though because like I go back there and I'll sit down with her. And I'm like, oh, cool! I forgot how they did this character in this storyline.
Okay, that's rough for Arrow when you hit season 3.
See, that's where we are, and I'm actually digging it right now.
I have always said
Are you giggling it?
TV shows and movies depend on who you are watching with.
Watching it with people does make it like automatically just more enjoyable.
Like,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't like it to begin
like
with.
going back through Flash season 1 and
Someone you enjoy.
seeing the development of the Grodd storyline and how they like inch towards it is really nice because week to week you would forget about that. I didn't know his little cage was in the first episode. I completely forgot that.
We actually may have discussed that in the Issue Zero chat because or at least I think we may have, but I'd forgotten about it well after that point.
I think part of the reason I always have a different opinion on these shows, I usually like them more, is because I never watch them when they come out. I just wait like a month or two, and then by that time they're already on TV, and then I just watch all of it.
Yeah, I will say that Arrow and Flash are much better when you can binge them.
Keep going, yeah.
So,
oh yeah.
But
I still didn't like
season
season 3 that much, but season 2 was amazing.
So.
Well, like speaking of just CW shows, The 100 and iZombie, I liked a lot more when Charnel and I were playing catch up on those shows. I still think they're great shows, but they were far better shows when I was just watching, 5 episodes in a row.
I did not like iZombie. I couldn't like it. I don't know why. Something just kept me.
How far did you go?
The first episode.
You need to get to about episode 4.
Yeah, it takes some build time.
Actually, I'd say you need to get to Lowell. Is my opinion. A character that she has interactions with. I think once you get there, the show really opens up. And then, what is it? Josh is saying talk about Luke Cage. Yeah, we did that last week, and it mostly just consisted of me saying stop talking about it because I haven't watched it.
Josh, why haven't you watched fucking Luke Cage yet? Jesus.
Both Joshes.
Actually, I haven't watched it yet either. I also haven't watched Jessica.
Y'all are going to make me throw him a headset.
You're not the subject here, Thad. Don't worry about it.
That's fine. I don't care.
Josh, why haven't you watched it?
Do you know how much I get this from my friends?
Oh, okay. All right. So that's a.
Very quickly.
We're not talking about it. It's okay.
If you like stuff like Shaft, Black Dynamite, you know that old Black Hero type show. That's kind of like the theme.
If you want to watch an awesome black superhero in Harlem,
actually,
gangsters,
like
watch it.
I mean by that, it's kind of Tarantino-ish too. Like when a character walks in a room, a certain theme might play, or a certain moment might cut in some music that doesn't quite belong, and then you're wondering, wait, is this supposed to be serious, or am I supposed to be laughing? So that sounds. Go for it.
As far as Josh's question in chat is, I think most of us have seen Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman, at least when we were kids.
I need to go back and watch it. Maybe.
Interesting. The first interaction.
It was on Netflix for a bit, I think.
So much talking going on at once. Hold on.
Go ahead.
The first interaction I ever had with Superman, which I might still have, I just had this old VHS tape that was like all tattered and kind of like dented, but it still worked, and it had 3 Superman short films on it. I don't remember what they were. I just remember one of them, there was a giant like gun that was firing bullets at him, and he was flying towards it and punching the bullets out of the air, and they were like made of light or something. I don't know, but it was awesome. And
my first Superman exposure was the old black and white TV show, and that's probably part of why I hate Superman.
I have plenty of reasons that I hate Superman, but that was probably mine too, because like I remember having this VHS tape as a kid where it was a bunch of really old shows, and they would just show clips from it, and so I remember it had like whole episodes of Superman, but it had Green Hornet, Lone Ranger, all the old black and white stuff, and it was cool, but at the same time I was like, this is boring. There's no color. Because I
somehow missed that, because the first one I saw was an old VHS. It was like a very early animation for Superman in color.
Yes.
That one I do remember. Luckily I skipped stuff, because I went from that to the live action movies to Smallville a little bit, and of course Lois and Clark as well. The animated series that came on in the 90s.
Which I only bought. I know I saw a couple of episodes of the animated series when I was younger, but I only just really saw the whole thing because I've been doing my DC animated universe like marathons since the beginning of the year, and just I keep taking breaks. I've now finally seen 6 episodes of Batman Beyond, which is 6 more episodes than I'd ever seen before. So,
by the way,
don't you love
Josh and Chad, break your mind. Dean Cain is still in the Superman universe.
That is true. Dean Cain is part of Supergirl.
Yep. So,
and we should probably pick one of the topics that I actually put in the title of this broadcast.
So, Justin.
Yeah.
You spent some money last week.
Yeah.
What did you buy?
Not much. I mean, just a little thing.
A little thing?
I don't even know where it's at anymore. It's so small.
Fuck this thing. I lost it already.
As he digs in his crotch area.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. That looks a lot bigger than I thought it would.
It's not as bad as you think. I'm ready for VR. How close is my mic? I can't tell.
I don't... you look like a bad cosplay of...
You know in Spaceballs, the guys with the white helmets?
Oh God, is he trying to pop her Lucky?
I can't hear anything because I unplugged my headphones. I'm back.
I found it.
Were you trying to palm her Lucky there, Justin?
Oh God, this is hilarious.
Because I can't hear anybody because I unplugged my headphone twice. I got a PSVR.
We gathered.
High quality entertainment.
I was asking you if you tried to do the Palmer Lucky stance.
I was trying to. It didn't work out well.
What, he supports Trump now?
Yeah, that.
Whoa,
it looks like a bad cosplay of Daft Punk, honestly.
It kind of does. I'm going to tell you right now. I mean,
soldiers in Star Wars that's about to get shot.
Let me plug it in. Blue light
the
show.
Vive.
I'm loving the Vive, but I'm going to tell you right now, the PlayStation VR is far prettier than this. Like, this is pretty, don't get me wrong. But the PSVR is gorgeous, I think, the aesthetics of it.
I like the strange finger holes, though.
When I'm done with it, it's one slide to go in. If you need to see something out, lift up, it's good. You just fit it right back down. Super easy.
I think the reusability, the ability to get back on and off very easily is very nice. Though I will say its controllers don't have a place to put your penis.
They do not, but you can put them up your ass if that makes you feel better.
That is a fair point.
So, what games work with that currently?
PSVR?
Yeah, the PSVR. What am I going to get myself into on Friday? I guess is what I'm asking.
They already have a demo disc with 12 games on it.
A demo disc? That's bullshit.
My God!
They don't have anything for it.
Nope. They got Batman VR out, which is only on PSVR. Resident Evil's going to be completely in VR for PSVR as well. I do get the PSVR World, which is kind of it's like the demo disc, the showcase piece, but it has some awesome stuff on there.
How much was the PSVR again?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I want you to talk.
Well, I'm curious for me.
There's two bundles. If you already have the camera, you already got the Move controllers. You can get the $399, $400 bundle.
Oh, fuck. That's not good.
For an extra $100, you get the camera, which is usually $60. You get PSVR Worlds, which is $40, and you also get the Move controllers, which I have no idea what those are priced at anymore.
Okay, that doesn't sound
more than the console.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
but I mean, the PSVR is supposed to essentially be its own console attached to another console.
Oh, not only that, it's cheaper to buy a PS4 with the PSVR than it is to get the Oculus Vive up and running.
That is
I already have a PS4 though.
Exactly, and that's the whole point. It's affordable VR. It's not the greatest VR, but
so we got a couple of questions in here that Justin, you and I can both tackle.
Yeah.
Josh is asking, have you played anything that doesn't feel like a total gimmick? Is it better to Kinect? One, it's not even fucking remotely comparable to the Kinect.
No.
I wouldn't have purchased. We both have had face-on experience with the VR headsets before. We didn't just go blindly in and purchase.
Yep.
We still haven't we haven't released that VR showcase video.
Never will.
Probably never will. No, I've played a lot of different games, and yeah, there are the gimmicky things, but most of the stuff feels amazing. And just watching my wife play the Google Tilt Brush on the Vive was fucking outstanding. Watching how into it she was.
Oh wait, you already tried the brush on the Vive?
Yeah, she's already tried that.
Oh, was it good? Oh,
it was. I haven't tried it. I just watched on the monitor here. So yeah, Thad was helping me build the computer on Friday, and then he wasn't feeling well, and my brother was flying in, so I had to kick him out of the house.
Yeah, we didn't get to set the Vive.
And we never actually got to set the Vive. I had to set the next day, which, by the way, took about way too fucking long. And now,
I was curious about that.
You see this lovely little thing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's so it gives you you mount I have one in each corner. You mount the little things, cameras, whatever, sensors into the wall, and the screws they give you don't fit the mounts. So we just screwed shit straight into the wall and said fuck it, and moved on. Sorry,
but we're gonna have to move though.
Oh no, we're not moving. The Vive is being used in this room and this room alone.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I am not resetting that shit up again.
We'll figure something out for Extra Life.
God, Wednesday afternoon. I'm so excited, Josh. I'm going to steal your Vive.
But to answer the other question about motion sickness from Megan, I have experienced motion sickness with some games and other games not. I think most people are going to experience motion sickness their first few times using VR simply because your brain has to wrap around things. But beyond that, only really jerky movements, in my experience, have done it. And this one game called Detached, but it's a zero-G simulator. So
yeah, that'll do it. I mean, I get motion sick, and I haven't tried the Vive yet, but I did try the Samsung Gear VR, and I didn't get too. I know. I didn't get very motion sick with that. until that horror game that I was playing detached a bridge and had it like rotate like this. Then I got sick. I got pretty sick.
Wait, so you have played detached on that?
I don't think it was detached.
Oh, no, detached bridge.
It was a horror game.
Oh, okay.
And I walked onto a bridge, and the bridge like detached from the ground and just did like a 360 spin like this.
I think that's the biggest part. Like vertical movements are the thing that kind of get me. Like if you're standing on an elevator, you feel like you should be moving, but you don't.
Yeah.
Back and forth is not so bad. Rigs is a little intense. But actually, I'd feel less queasy in that than actually, I might have been Here They Live for some reason. Made me a little nauseous, but that could have been because I was tired and I was playing other stuff too. So.
Oh my god.
Dad's dying.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You gonna make it?
I was. Yeah, my girlfriend just handed me this plate of tortillas, and it was really good, but it was really hot.
Nice. Anyways, as Josh said, we kind of knew what we were getting into, and I got exactly what I expected. It's not something that you're going to feel like you want to do every single day and you want to heavily binge on. It's one of those things that, hey, you experience it, that's pretty cool, and then you might not mess with it a few days, and you're just going to get that urge a day down the road and put it back on and enjoy it.
Yeah, but I think it's $400+ on something. Like, I don't want it to be a sometimes thing, you know? Right. I mean...
You got to look at it as Patreon or Humble Bundle is a new type of technology. If you believe in it, you need to support it.
I would agree on that wholeheartedly. The thing is, I spend, $800 on this Vive, and I don't feel like I at all wasted money. And all I personally have done is played the tutorial, which I keep exiting out of by accident. But so it doesn't complete. But other than that, I haven't played anything, and I've otherwise just watched my wife and my cousin play a couple of things.
Well, that's what I think. I hate to cut you off, Ryan, because I hear how you are now. I want to hear how you are after you try it.
I mean, I'll try it, and I'll let you know next Monday how I feel about it. But I mean, right at this point, like, I'm super skeptical. Like all the VR stuff. I haven't experienced any of it. All I've seen is, other people playing it, and, the software and everything that I've seen for it hasn't really impressed me. Like, I don't really care about VR. So if I try it on Friday and I like it, then, that you can take that to the bank.
You know what? I know what I need to do. I need to bring my adoptive mother over to Josh's house. My mother, my adoptive mother, she is 88 years old. And I had her try the Gear VR. She said that is one of the coolest experiences she has had in her entire life.
And that was my mother-in-law's response as well. So I can't wait to throw the Vive on her, and I will be reporting
at the same time, they all really enjoyed Wii Bowling.
That is also very true. What was I going to say? Just a quick comment from Megan here in chat. That apparently you are a real-life anime character.
How's that?
Because when you took a bite into the food.
I'll take that. I appreciate that, thank you, but I mean, okay, I guess that makes sense.
What?
Well, she wanted to make she's not being rude. She just wanted you.
No, I appreciate that. Right, my heart. Oh my God, there's hot sauce on it. Oh my God. No, it burns in two ways.
Too many ad names. Brad, bring us to something else.
All right,
it burns in two ways. Oh my God.
So,
got one last thing to throw in besides games. This is not getting mentioned a lot with PSVR. There's a lot of free apps, a lot of video apps, so you can actually see what live VR video is or what VR video could be. They have some that are called 2D, which is a flat plane, but you can look all around, kind of like a YouTube video. But they actually have some that are shot in 3D, which Discovery Channel did a few, and you can actually try it out and look at it. So, basically, the 3D ones, you can see depth. 2D, it's flat, but you can look around too.
Right.
And there's porn.
Okay.
Yeah, I may have searched for Vive porn recently. I don't know. I want to see. Here's my thing with that. Here's the thing why I want to check out Vive porn, and nobody believes me. I mean, I want to see the porn aspect too, but my real thing is, so they filmed in every direction. What's going on behind the sex? Like, what's going on behind me during this?
The one I had was only 180 views. They behind you is black, and also it wasn't 3D. There's 3D ones and there's 2D ones. They haven't developed 3D yet for PSVR. But if you want to know what Zap Brannigan and Fry felt like to get snooped by Amazons, there you go. They're fucking giant.
Wow.
Wait, Ryan, you just got nightbotted.
Son of a bitch.
From what?
What did you do?
I tried to post a link.
That's beautiful.
Here, I'm gonna reshare Ryan's link.
All right.
Here.
So, I'm gonna push us on to the next thing.
Sure.
Justin, how long will you take to go over Xbox Play Anywhere?
I'll go over it real quick. Play Anywhere is actually pretty cool. If you don't know what this is, it's Xbox new initiative for all their first-party titles. Like when you purchase on the Xbox One, you also get it for the PC or vice versa, and you can pick up and play from one to the other, which is pretty seamless. Actually,
feels good.
Feels really good. I could go play Gears on the couch if I feel like coming over to PC to stream it instead of junking my Xbox over here.
Right.
I just stop, come over, start up Gears, syncs to save, starts up right where I was at.
I would just like to let everybody know there is also pepper jack cheese on the quesadilla.
Nice. I'm looking forward to more quesadilla updates.
What did you do?
She needs to bring you some milk.
That's too good.
So wait,
I actually only drank milk for spiciness for the first time ever, like 3 months ago. I'd never done that before.
Milk and bread.
That's the reason why they do it in hot pepper gaming.
Yeah, I never understood. The logic never made sense to me, and I did it for the first time.
It's a base.
Yeah, no,
it's chemistry.
I know, but literally when I used to drink milk, when I stopped drinking milk a long time ago, that actually triggered the reaction for spicy food for me when I was younger.
Huh.
Okay. So I never could understand.
So
I'm weird, we know.
Clarification on Play Anywhere. Do you have to buy the Xbox One game, or can you buy the PC game?
Here's the problem. Actually, you can buy either or. You'll get both. You have to use Microsoft Store, and that's the little hook right now. I think they're getting to the point where they are going to do Steam releases, but I don't think Play Anywhere works for that. And I say Play Anywhere works great after you get it set up. It's a pain in the ass to get working because you have to have the latest Windows, or the store won't let you download it. It didn't tell me there's an update. It didn't tell me how to get the update. I even had Microsoft check for updates. There wasn't one. I had to click an extra link to figure out, you could download an anniversary update. Yeah. And yeah. But as far as I kind of want to talk about Gears 2 just really quick, especially after getting off of Mafia and how bad of a PC port that is. Gears is surprisingly optimized. It's one of the most optimized PC games I've played, definitely since Grand Theft Auto 5. They have sliders and options for possibly anything you want. It runs extremely smooth, which is great because Forza and Quantum Break, some other games on Play Anywhere, not the best PC releases. Or I'll call those PC ports. This is a PC release. They definitely, there's so many options to do with just the graphics. On top of that, they're very appreciative of, hey, you have separate keyboard and game controllers. If you invert one, it's not going to invert the other. So it's also super appreciative. But anyways, since we talked about Gears, I kind of want to follow up. Really good. I love the PC release. It surprised me of how well optimized it is and how considerate they were deciding those options.
I really want to give Gears a try, but my computer can't run it, so...
You always play it on the Xbone.
I don't have
one of those.
Well, shit.
I'll just steal Josh's old computer from him, which also might not be able to run it. I don't know.
That computer will be able to run Gears of War 4, but not even slightly well.
So,
you are going to have issues there, and that's even if the game loads up, is a big question, which I need to get that hard drive out of there now that I think about it.
Crossplay also works well, by the way, since that's just asked.
It sounds like it's a really good concept, but they still have a lot to work on, basically.
They do. I kind of want to cheat the system, too, because I mentioned I want to play Horde mode with my roommate, and I was like, well, fuck, we only got one Xbox, I only got one PC, but I'm thinking about letting him sign on to the Xbox, because it's the home console, so it should still be there, even if he signs in, and me playing on PC on my account, to see if we can actually land play like that.
You should test it.
So, I will.
Speaking of,
we have a question for this really quickly, by the way. Megan's asking, when you get it from the Microsoft Store, it's just buy it once, not pay extra to have both, correct?
Yes, it's one price, $59.99, and you get both.
Beautiful.
And so far, they did this for Quantum Break, Forza, Horizon 3, and Gears of War 4, and every Microsoft first-party release is supposed to be that way. Oh, and ReCore. Forgot about ReCore.
ReCore. Yeah, everybody forgot about ReCore. Oh,
yes, they did. Just like Mighty Number 9.
Actually, Natalie Arvizu, one of our friends who hasn't actually had time to record anything with us, lost her fucking mind about that game when she got to go to E3, and then proceed to not shut up about it after its release, talk about how much she loved it. So I do know one person who was talking about it.
I do hear it's actually enjoyable. It's just...
Yeah, that's what I hear as well. What are we talking about now?
Games that start with R.
Raving Rabbids?
This is much, much better than Raving Rabbids, I'm sure.
What? Why don't we start off with games that Josh is tired of hearing? Hey, Josh, did you play The Witcher 3 yet?
What?
What? Go to hell, Thad.
So yesterday, Rockstar updated all their social profiles with something very simple. It was a red R, and they normally run in black and white or, gold and black. But this seemed strange, and everyone thought it was going to be the next Red Dead. And today we get a picture of this red background, 7 black cowboy silhouettes with a little orangish yellow sun behind them. And everyone is losing their fucking minds now. There's a new Red Dead on the way.
Red Dead redistribution of wealth.
How many people were in John Marston's gang? Do you remember? I don't.
4.
4. Alright, it wasn't 7.
Well, 4 were the primary people. There was Dutch Vanderlyn, the leader. There's
Bill
Williamson, and then there's Jose? No.
I think...
And then John himself.
Yeah. With my minimal knowledge of the Red Dead franchise, I think the 7 silhouettes are actually important, and I want to call... These are my 2 predictions right now for what they're going to call it. It's going to be Red Dead Rampage or Red Dead Renegades. Because Revenge is just too easy.
No, I think those are definitely good guesses. I still think it's going to be called Rockstar Table Tennis 2, or whatever that
God, I want that.
I need to look at something on that image. Just keep...
Or Bully 2.
Of course, if you're wondering why we're saying it's going to be an R, because it's always been an R. This is the 3rd Red Dead in the franchise. There's Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption, and now whatever Red Dead is going to be.
I think Rampage is too aggressive of a title, and I think Rampage is an overused word in gaming.
Ransack.
So...
Red Dead Rigor Mortis.
Alright, let's take a peek.
I can go... No, I'm not even going to make that joke. I changed my mind.
Oh god, can I make this picture bigger? Like, I've been hoping for years.
I think Renegade.
That
maybe
Rockstar would do something with Red Harlow again. I know they probably never will, but I didn't actually look really closely at the image. I'm going to see if there's anybody there that I recognize.
Well, it looks like they're going with a Magnificent Seven kind of thing, which is obviously one of the titular major westerns that has been redone and redone and redone. It looks like they're going to go for their own Magnificent Seven style thing. Something people have been commenting on, there's been a huge thing about trying to look at the silhouettes to see if anyone has a feminine physique. Because Rockstar has a history of being yelled at for not having female playable characters. They get yelled at about it all the damn time, and they don't do anything about it.
There's like, you hate that? Here's a dick to look at.
I need to look at that picture again.
Annie Stokes, Red Dead Revolver. She was fucking awesome and playable.
It's true.
But that wasn't
just
the Rockstar
an FYI. Yes, it was.
Nope.
That was
where
it has their logo on it. I have the game.
It was published by them. They didn't actually make Revolver. They bought the rights to it.
So I think
I really should have seen this coming because 4 days ago they released a remaster of Red Dead Revolver on the PS4, and I didn't think anything of it, but starting to kick Red Dead up again, which is awesome.
I don't know. I still keep laughing. That's just going to be the announcement of the PC port.
Of the silhouettes we have, if you've got a female, it's either one of the 2 beside the main character in the middle, or it's the one on the far right. But I think the one on the far right's probably going to be a Native American.
Yeah, that's I thought that as well. I think 2, 3. I think it was not. I don't have it in front of me. I believe it was number 2, number 3, and number 6 had possible feminine bodies, if I remember right.
Spider Red, they kind of developed it. I mean, they pretty much bought the studio too. It was Angel Studios.
They bought the studio. They did a lot of stuff, but it wasn't. Unlike Red Dead Redemption or Grand Theft Auto, it wasn't 100% in-house. All their decisions made, and I believe when they bought it, it was already in development.
Pretty much.
So it technically does not. I mean, it counts. It's obviously a Rockstar title, but it's not a Rockstar title. It's not a Grand Theft Auto or a Bully or something like that.
That's fair. I'll take that. I mean, if we want to go by those terms, then Left 4 Dead is technically an EA game. So
there's technicalities, there.
They published it on the console, there's a funny story surrounding that. But
and Mass Effect 1 is technically a Microsoft game, released in brief.
Ugh. Mm-hmm. So. Do we have any other predictions based on what tiny bit of info we have here?
No, I mean it's gonna be a Western.
Right?
it's got to be if it's going to be a true Western, it has to take place before Redemption, simply because the West is coming. The Redemption's all about the West coming to an end.
Yes.
So I would assume again, this is all assumptions. I would assume jumping like 20 years earlier.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Like, I feel what they're gonna do is if they want to do what they've been kind of doing with like how Grand Theft Auto 5 addressed a lot of Grand Theft Auto 4 stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a storyline where we see a young John Marston as only a cameo, but like I wouldn't be surprised if we see something in that era.
I think they'll probably do like the whole like the gang that he was in before Redemption. They'll probably focus on that stuff and kind of what they did and how it got to be the way it was during Redemption.
I also wonder if you're not going to play as John Marston, but he's just going to be a strong character in there.
Well, that's the thing, is I feel like John Marston's not going to be a playable character. I think he's just going to be there regardless what the story is. And I mean, I don't know, can they convince the voice actor to come back? Because he retired immediately after doing the role, so.
Also true. But, I mean, just go run Rabbitory Baker if he's not on strike.
No, but true enough. So, there's a lot of questions I have related to it. I mean,
the question is, what happened to Jack Swift? Motherfuckers.
Well, here's the you're the only one.
I'm the only one.
Here's the thing. On Sunday, we got the logo. On Monday, today, day of recording, we got the gang, essentially. Now, by the time people are watching this live, are we going to continue seeing rollouts?
I think maybe.
Like, are we going to get a whole week of slow reveals? Or, because I can't, now that they've been 2 days in a row, I can't imagine them just stopping.
I don't remember what I read today. I'll try to find it again when we're done. But I saw a tagline that was new Red Dead trailer should release at the earliest by Thursday. Something like a trailer-wise should come out.
So this is
I don't remember where I heard that. I don't know if it's viable or not. But
well, I haven't seen that anywhere major yet or anything. But my belief is that we're going to get a name tomorrow. So Tuesday, we're going to get a name. And I think Wednesday, we're going to get a setting. And I think they're going to stop there. And I think we're going to get a trailer at the Video Game Awards.
Red Dead, Rosebud.
Or they started on Sunday. There's 7 days in a week, and there's 7 characters there. Maybe they're just going to do one for 1 day of the week until the week's over, and then we'll get a trailer or something.
It's possible. Okay, wait. Red Dead Reaganomics. It's actually not a Western, but it's a story of corporate cowboys in the 80s.
Wouldn't that be funny though if this is actually just a red herring and they're gonna change the image slowly over the week to something completely different?
Rockstar are trolls. It would not surprise me even slightly. My favorite thing today though has been all the other studios and stuff trying to make do it, because like Square Enix or the Final Fantasy 15. Twitter posted an image, and it was the same background, except it was the 4 characters of Final Fantasy 15, and the whole Twitter feed comments consisted of people calling them horrible things because they were, childish and lazy. And apparently everyone wants Red Dead Reaganomics in our chats. So.
I want Red Dead Ronald Reagan. That's what I want.
But
well, he's one of those things.
we did just touch on one of our last topics, voice acting. Apparently, the voice actors for pretty much all games are going on strike. I didn't get a chance to check the details on this, but
no, so let me try to pull up the news again. I had it pulled up a second ago, but I closed it.
Who read
by
it?
accident.
Someone read it.
Basically, anybody who's in SAG-AFTRA will be going on strike if an agreement's not reached by October 21st, so the end of this week. Basically what they're saying is, there's a big difference between doing, the voice acting for like movies and cartoons and stuff and video games, because it's just 2 completely different cultures. And so right now, the big strife that they're having is that, video game companies that are wanting people to do voiceovers, they're not really submitting to the typical things that the Screen Actors Guild, AFTRA, they're just not submitting to the things that they're used to. So they're having things like they're not wanting people to do long lasting voice recordings that can damage their vocal cords. Which, I can understand that. But they're also, like the video game side of everything has some things that SAG isn't used to. Like if people show up late for their recording sessions, they can be fined heavily. And like this one I thought was pretty interesting. Like if they have a rule that would revoke an agent's franchise in the SAG-AFTRA union should they not send their clients to auditions. So
I thought that was interesting. I was just reading that right now.
That's pretty hardcore. I mean, that's like career stopping.
Man,
and this is going to affect a lot of people need to realize this will affect just about any game you can think of.
Bioware's like, we just got a lot of voice options. We'll think about it.
My vote on this is Matthew Mercer is a precious little gem, and he needs to be protected at all costs.
God, you and Mercer.
My takeaway from this,
I adore Matthew Mercer so much.
My takeaway from all this is, if all else fails, Blizzard can always pull Metzen out of retirement.
Yeah, but Blizzard's actually going to be strongly affected by this.
Well, that's the thing. But Metzen's not in SAG, probably.
Yeah.
It's just if they're in SAG, though. It's like, but at the same time, people who aren't in SAG that they could hire on to do the jobs and everything, they'll never get jobs through SAG if they do this.
That is true.
If they work against the Actors Guild and everything, they'll never get work ever.
Well, as in chat, Megan said, SAG is actually pretty fair and reasonable. So if they're getting mad, there's probably good reason. And I think so. Phil Lamar, who people, will know from a metric shit ton of stuff and is one of the voice actors I follow, and also Jennifer Hale have been posting about this a lot. Both of them have been posting, because obviously they're in favor of different regulations for this because, their voice is their commodity, and if it's getting damaged from poor working conditions, and that's a problem. And I noticed other stuff like the question why the voice actors, they're trying to find out why they are required to do all the mocap-related stunts when, the actual stunt-related things, and there's not actual professional stunt actors brought in for things. And there's a lot of different layers to this. There's a lot of concerning stuff. And I think the gaming industry is finally at the point that it's mainstream enough that it needs to start acknowledging that it's mainstream and fucking applying to mainstream things. If you want to be if you want to be like the film industry, then you have to regulate things like the film industry.
Yeah, you can't cut corners. But I didn't know anything about that. That seems pretty reasonable.
Do you think it's just laziness, or maybe
it's
just ignorance?
No, I think it's they will do it for this price. Let's have them do everything they can.
I think that's a definitely thing. I don't think it's ignorance. I think it's business. I think they were getting away with it, so they continue to get away with it. That's the whole thing we always talk about with, why are shitty games continuously released? Why are these things? Why are poorly implemented games released? It's because you keep giving them money. So the actors
Metal Gear Survive.
So the actors continue to work, ergo they keep screwing them over, and people keep paying money, so they keep screwing them over. So now that SAG-AFTRA is finally taking a stance against this, we'll probably see some change. It might take a little bit, and we might have a strike for a little while.
I was looking at David Hayter's name, and I found it.
Do you think, in relation to this, do you think we'll see a price hike on the average game release now? 65, 70? To compensate?
Well, the thing is, games are actually getting cheaper, and I think not really, especially if they start dealing away with the physical medium.
No, I think we're going to it's not going to change the price of games. I don't think we're going to see, at least I don't think it's going to affect things short term. I think, however, we might see budget cuts on games that require voice acting stuff. I think you might see, instead of price hikes, I think instead you're going to see a lot more content getting pushed to DLC. To make up for it, and you're going to pay less up front, but you're going to pay more on the back end, because that's the way they get you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's fair.
I'm gonna parrot another thing written in our chat by Megan.
Go for it.
Some VA would probably still do their own stunts, but it should be an option. That's regarding the stunt thing. And then the technology kept moving forward, but no one was telling game companies to change their rules.
Yeah.
And I think that is 100% what it is. Again, as we said, it's not ignorance. It's if things aren't told to change, then why? I don't even blame, by the way, game companies for not changing stuff to cut money, because they are a business. Right. I don't think it may not be right, but that's not the point. They're trying to make money. They don't have the responsibility they need to give a shit until they're told to give a shit.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's for the bigger ones as shareholders. There actually are some developers out there that do want to just get their art out.
Yeah.
So, and as our own Ryan here wrote, it's a younger medium,
Yeah.
Shady communication at the end of the day.
That does make sense. like you can't really blame them too much for it because like they've had the same rules and regulations for years, and now it's 2016, and all of a sudden everybody like, hey, we're pissed off at you for not doing this thing. It's like nobody told us we were supposed to.
It's also
2016, the year being pissed off.
Yeah, it's nothing new. I mean, it's just finally happening in video games. We've seen it with animation, especially with the big Simpsons thing. We've seen it in sitcoms with Seinfeld. And everybody kind of looks at it and is like, oh, there's wine, they want more money. But honestly, they're just trying to get paid for the work they've done.
Agreed.
All right. I like it. Good talk. So, I am good for the week unless you guys have anything else you want to
let me look through our list here. The one thing. So this is on our list. I'm only going to mention it. We'll be releasing it tomorrow. Tomorrow being Tuesday, so it'll be released if you're watching the on-demand version of this on Friday. But Thad did a lovely review of Dragon Quest Builders for the PS4. That we should be going on. I literally just finished editing and exporting right before we started this podcast.
Glad my voice sounded all right because I thought I sounded like shit.
No, obviously you're using the same microphone you are now, so it's a little bit echoey. But it's actually pretty easy to fix.
That's good.
The snowball works fine for that. You actually sounded fine, and again, since you have experience reading it, it came across just perfectly. My one issue I ran into was fucking getting B-roll that looked good. Like I had more. The video is going to be far.
Sorry.
No, that's not your fault.
I
literally was ripping apart trailers.
Oh,
so
yeah. That's about it. I should probably start doing my own B-roll for that. I think it might make your life.
Yes, that's going to become a requirement for people to start doing their B-roll. But that's behind the scenes.
Behind the curtain. Later. All right. So with all that said, Josh, you want to take us out of here?
I forgot to write an outro for like the 5th week running. Great.
My outro is my
you won't watch Stranger Things. You won't write an outro.
It was hot. It was very hot.
Yes, that was very.
And there's 2 more.
I will write an outro for episode 200, which holy crap is Halloween Day.
So I've got something.
Oh, you're Ryan. What do you got?
Yeah. So we're actually participating in Extra Life on November 5th.
Oh yeah,
right.
that.
Surprise!
We should probably say something about that.
Yeah, we've already got our team set up with everything. So if there's anybody who's listening or watching that wants to help us out, you can go to extra-life.org and you can look up Constantly Calibrating.
I got a better link.
Our team. Oh, perfect.
Constantlycalibrating.com/extra life. I'm going to double check, make sure that is accurate, but that should be.
Can we post it in the stream chat for anybody?
I'm working on it right now.
Unless Nightbot wants to lay down the banhammer like a sumbitch, but
somebody else.
But yeah, you can come. You can join our team. You can give a donation. Right now, I believe me and Josh are the ones that are on the team right now because
Thad is on it now as well.
Oh, and Thad.
I'm going to do it after the show.
So, but yeah, all the donations, everything for it goes completely to the Children's Miracle Network. I know that my hospital I picked was here in Charleston. It's the MUSC Sean Jenkins Children's Hospital. I actually know Sean Jenkins
Children's Hospital. So
yeah, so it's
probably Thad's as well.
Yeah,
that was mine.
Really good cause. You can really help out some folks that will definitely need some help. And like we said, all of the proceeds actually go to the hospitals. It's not like the company gets 85% and whatever's left goes. All of the proceeds will go to the hospitals.
Now, everything goes to the hospital. As far as we go, we will be doing a 25-hour stream starting at 8 a.m. November 5th. That's Pacific time, 8 a.m. They will go till 8 a.m. Pacific time, November 6th. We'll do 25-hour stream. We have a lot of stuff we're working on planning. I got nothing to announce right now, but I'm going to know we're going to be doing giveaways and a bunch of other stuff. If we're either going to get sponsorships to give away stuff, or I'm going to buy stuff to give away. We'll make it worth your while. There's be a lot of entertaining stuff. We are going to have local cosplayers here and people coming in and out. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is something that might be given away if you're lucky.
It's
a book of
I'll give away.
Well, okay, just to give you an example, I have 2 PlayStation Plus 1-year cards. Those are going to be up for grabs. I may have some.
I just bought mine.
We may have some good games.
You can't win.
I will give away a copy of this signed portrait of me and my 2 friends.
Yeah,
we may have some stupid giveaways in there as well.
Yeah,
I look like shit in this, FYI.
I've got
But if
some
you don't,
Hearthstone card packs, and I think some
in any
Heroes
case,
of the Storm characters. So
we got nothing to discuss right now, really, as far as the giveaways and the games go. We will have a real announcement starting this week. We may be doing something with a larger company as well. I will have more information about. That being said, please, constantcalibrating.com/extralife. Go donate. I don't think you can donate to the team. I think you have to pick a person. So just go look at the roster. You can pick any one of us. It doesn't matter. Just pick whomever. Our goal is $500 just for constant calibrating. I will be ecstatic if we hit that. Anything above that will just be amazing because I would like this to be a thing we're doing. We'll do more charity streams moving forward as well, but I'm very excited to see what we can do. We're going to have guests and things of that nature. So anyways,
if enough people want it, that'll get plastered.
We may be drinking. We're going to be doing social distancing. I will tell you that much.
If we run out of ideas, we'll sit there with a sign that just says, please donate, do it for the kids.
Josh and Justin know what it's like when Thad gets plastered. I'll be able to keep it up for a few hours.
I'm not sure I want that, though. That's the thing. I don't know if I want to feel drunk, Thad. But the viewers do. We'll see. We're gonna have to re-baby proof the house.
It's gonna be Grand Theft Auto all over again.
No, Thad was functional.
People will donate to make him stop drinking.
Guys, I got so excited about the chicken tenders that I found in the hotel fridge. Like, you didn't even know.
Okay. Let's move along. Let me do the outro. So that being said, constantcalibrating.com/extralife. Additionally, if you want to find anything Constant Calibrating, it's constantcalibrating.com. Our social media platforms, facebook.com/constantcalibrating, @ConCalPod on Twitter, Constant Calibrating on Instagram. Additionally, you can obviously find content at twitch.tv/Constant Calibrating. It's where you are probably watching this live now. And if you're not, why not? Go follow it. It's awesome. That being said, you can also I might add, go find us youtube.com/ConCalPod. That is where we put up our reviews, our Let's Plays, our Let's Watches, our stream highlights, and all of our on-demand related content. I highly recommend you go check out. We have a lot of amazing stuff going on there. And then I'm trying to get the link pulled up right now. It'll be just one moment. We also have... obviously, you can find us on iTunes, which you can find iTunes. Where is it? iTunes, constantcalibrating.com/cc iTunes, which please go leave us a review. I would love you if you leave us a review. I've already said last week I stand by my thing. You leave us a review and show me proof, I will come up with something to give away to. I forget what it was last week.
I'll get plastered and send you a video message.
No. Okay, there it is. That's not it. The first 3 people who send me proof that you left us a review on iTunes get a $5 Amazon gift card. That's all you got to do. But no.
Also, thank you, Josh, in the chat for supporting my life decisions. I appreciate it.
So thank you, Josh, for supporting. But we are also on Stitcher Radio, constantcalibrating.com/cc Stitcher. We are on Google Play, constantcalibrating.com/cc Google Play, and then there was one other that I'm blanking on. Oh, CC TuneIn, if you like TuneIn. I'm not actually super familiar with it, but I got us on there.
Wonderful.
Okay, I think that's it. And then otherwise, at Bear Punch for myself, Justin is at The Aging Gamer, Brad is at OG Xanos, Ryan is at RyDaddyF, and Thad is at Mattius Maximus. Wait, what is it? Is that it?
It's Mattius Maximus, because the Mad Batter was
Mattius Maximus, yes.
Fucker. I don't know who did it.
All right.
I think you're left, Brad.
So, we thank you all for joining us, be it live or via the recordings. And until next time, we bid you good sign off.